Hello and welcome to the Nexus. Today we're going to be having a look at the new issue 9 of the Star Trek Starship collections from Fanhome. Let's get going. Okay, so this is issue 9. It is the USS Excelsior, NCC-42037. And this is the box. So we got once again, we always take a look at the box. We get a really nice view of it on the top here, of it warping that way. We obviously get the Fanhome logo. We get a nice one on the stand there, which has been edited in a way where the stand is behind the ship. I don't know how they've managed that, but as you can see, it's sort of behind it. Anyway, really nice one there. And then obviously we get the top view there and there's the stuff underneath. So let's take a little look at it. So once again we get the magazine, so we'll have a little look at the magazine first. So here we go. So once again, this is issue 9. Yeah, so we've effectively been doing this for 9 months now. It's come really quick. It's gone really quickly. We've almost got another couple of months and it'll be a year since this started. So okay, so we are looking at the USS Excelsior. I believe it's from the 2nd season of Picard. We've got obviously some detail here. Excelsior class, Excelsior. I don't know why it's not the Excelsior A. Wasn't there already an Excelsior? Must be a reason behind that. It's also got a very low number. If you know about the registry numbers, the NCC numbers, they obviously go up as the years go on. But this is quite a low one because we've had other ones which are 5s, which starts with 5s, like the Defiant. So this is older than the Defiant. Is that how they work? I'm not entirely sure how they actually work. But I always thought that the number represented how high up, or the lineage sort of style. Anyway, we have a look at the Excelsior. So this is the USS Excelsior. This is all in-universe information. Basically telling us this is the Excelsior 2 class. A bit like the Constellation 2 class that we had with Titan. So this is like an upgraded version of what we've already got. Now I do have Excelsior classes on the smaller version, but I never got the XL versions of them because I already had them in small size. So I've got the Enterprise B, and we'll take a look because it's there's a lot of similarities, which I really like. They like keeping everything sort of together with that, so that's really cool. So yeah, this is in-universe information. This is part of it was part of season 2, but it also showed up in season 3 of Picard as well. Then we come on to a really nice view there. We've got the we've got a side view, sorry. We've got a bottom view, and then we've got back and front, and then we've got the top view there. I'd like to tell you where stuff is. We can obviously tell. You know where the bridges is and the cells and the torpedo tubes, but sometimes it's just nice to have the little labels on them. You know, this is engineering and all that sort of stuff. I like all that sort of stuff, but they don't really supply that anymore. I don't know whether they just don't get the information or whether it's just extra that they don't put in. And then we come on to the design of the ship. So obviously it goes through a number of design changes as they finalize the design. So originally I think they wanted something old but new, if you know what I mean. So keeping with the Stargazer, and then they looked at the original Excelsior from Star Trek 3, and then they just brought it into it would be the 25th century, wouldn't it now? So this is the 25th century version, which is nice. It holds a lot of similarities to the original, which is really nice. I like it when they do that. There's a lot of callbacks to it, so that's cool. We get a lot of blueprint stuff and a lot of ways they go down. So at first they thought it looked too much like the Enterprise E, which I can see why. why they think that. So they've obviously they added elements, and they've even gone right in and put the bridge window in and stuff like that. And yeah, they really went all out for this. And then we come on to the engines. So originally it was going to have the engines that were on the Stargazer, which are sort of, I would say they were sort of standard for this era. A lot of the ships have that sort of engine design, but then they sort of went with their own one, which is far closer to the original, which is here. And you can sort of see the original Excelsior here. It has so much. We'll come on to all of that anyway. But that is the magazine anyway. So that's quite good. So let's bring over the model again. Okay, so let's take a little look at the magazine. At the model, shall I say, sorry. Let's take that off. Once again, we've got the base. Fanhome, if you're listening, you need to really include the base, the plaque on this. It's, you know, it might need nothing to you, but for us, it really does identify which ships go where, and it helps. Let us know in the comments, actually, if you prefer them to put those little plaques on. I really like them. They're numbered as well when Eagle Moss used to do them. Well, I'll show you the... Hang on, I've got the original Enterprise B here. So this is the Enterprise B, obviously, and we'll have a look. We'll compare a set later. But as you can see, it's a little bit dusty underneath. But as you can see, it's missing this little plaque, and I really missed that. So, anyway, let's pull out the ship. The ship itself looks really nice. And it sits on the base like that. And it sits really, really nicely. Now, the thing you will notice is that it has this really stretched out saucer section. It's really nice. I mean, a lot of the ships actually from this era have that sort of stretched out saucer section. We see it with the Stargazer. We also see it with the Enterprise F as well. And there's a few other ships from this era that also have this sort of elongated saucer section. So they've gone from the round ones that we normally know to this elongated one. Now the Titan and the Enterprise G both have the circular one. But yeah, they've all gone for this sort of streak-like saucer section. And yeah, but we'll take it off here in a second. Now I do like the engines on this, and we'll have a little closer look now. And as you can see, there is so much design element in this from the original Excelsior, or the Excelsior refit, I should say, as well. This also looks like this could come off. That looks like a shuttle, doesn't it? Like the window. I don't know why you just take the engines off. Okay, so also while I'm looking at this, I want to also point out there is a spelling mistake under here. Can you make that out? Now, Fanhome have said that they've recognised that that is a spelling mistake, and they will be rectifying it. So, like myself, I've already got one. And I will be sent a free replacement later on in the year, or later on during the collection, with the correct spelling on. If you haven't received yours yet, you won't until they get the new batch of ships. So I'm quite lucky, because I'll end up with two of these. Near enough identical, except it will say the right thing under here. Just there. You know what, it's not, I mean, here you go, there it is. It's not really that noticeable, but you know, hats off where you know, due is where due is. The course and Fanhome have managed to see that and just offer us a free replacement. I mean, they didn't have to. You know, Eagle Moss never did, and there was a lot of spelling mistakes on some of theirs. So yeah, hats off to Fanhome for doing that. So yeah, I will bring you the replacement. It is identical to this, but when I get the replacement, I will let everybody know. So we'll have a little look here. So obviously we've got the bridge here, we've got the bridge window, because now they all have this massive bridge window. There has been talk that it's always been like that, but I don't know why they've started to do that. I don't know why. But it is what it is. We get these nice transport emitters on the side there. They're sort of raised as well. Can you see that? They're sort of raised up. We get these, I would call them the Enterprise E escape pods there, which are these triangle ones. Just there. And we get the RS thrusters as well along the side. And we get these windows along the front as well. Then we get this gibble at the back, which is all exposed stuff here. All of that is actually on the original as well. It also has 4 impulse engines, just like the refit Excelsior class. So you can see them, they're all painted nicely there. So you get one, and then you get the ones on the side of the saucer section just there. Once again, we get a really nice registry on that. The engines are really nice. I love the look of these engines. All the way back, sort of fin out, which is really nice. Got a registry number there, NCC. And we have round here as well. And then along the side, we'll have a look along the side here. So once again, the Excelsior had this sort of grid section up the top. Its deflector sat in back inwards like that as well, which you can see it's sort of, it's got that sort of see-through plastic design, which is really nice. Under here we've got some bits, no registry or ship name underneath. I don't know if that was just always like that. I don't think we ever really saw a ship from underneath. And a lot of this stuff, when they design it, they don't put that in because it's not really supposed to be seen like we get it. So I would imagine if there was shots of the ship under here, it would have it. But because it doesn't, they haven't included it because it's not on the show. It's also got this blue paneling. Once again, it's sort of indicative of the original Excelsior, and then obviously all over we get this Aztec, the Federation Aztec design there. It's more prominent underneath the ship than on top, as you can see. It's really, really nice. Now, like I said, I don't have the XL version. We can put it back. Because I already had it, I didn't really go for a lot of the XLs, but I do have the original. The standard size Eagle Moss Enterprise B, and this is it. It's quite small, but it has a lot of the design features on there. Remember, this is an Excelsior refit, which is effectively what this is based on. So you can sort of see the design elements on this one. The tucks away deflector dish, this grid pattern that we have on the original, it's also on this one, which is really nice. We've got the 4 impulse engines. So the original only had these ones, and then they added the extra ones on the side. So we have the extra ones on the side. Once again, it has this sort of gibble section on the top, in between the 2 impulse engines. Once again, we have that again. So it is really, even down to the dome section that we have here on there. And as we turn it like that, you can see it's got a very similar profile. Underneath, it's, once again, you've got these blue sections. It's got this blue bit. It's really cool back to it, which is really nice. And then we have this opening section just here. And we have the same one there. So that's brilliant. That is really nice. Now you can see it with the standard one. I'm going to, no, that's the wrong stand, Kev. This is for the original. So we're going to put the original back in. And we'll put the new Excelsior. And then what we'll do is we'll get over the ships. So we'll get the Stargazer. You can sort of see the size comparison between them. So this is the standard size. This is obviously the Stargazer. And once again, you can see that sort of elongated saucer section and the same gibble sections on the top here that we have as well. Very similar in style. We'll also grab the Enterprise G because that was the last XL one we got. And I'll move the Stargazer along and we'll put the G next to it so you can see how the size comparison between the XL and the standard one. Though remember, that is also the standard Stargazer, and then the standard Eagle Moss small ship, and they all sit really well with each other. Now I don't think I do actually have the Titan here, so you can sort of compare the two. So obviously that is the XL version. We'll move that over like that, and then we'll grab the standard Titan A and see how that matches up as well. So as you can see, it sort of matches up really well. You got that one there, and then we'll bring over its little predecessor. I think the size is perfect. It's really nice. The details there, I really prefer this size compared to this size, because you do get, obviously once you make things smaller, you lose a lot of detail, which these have lost. Obviously the XL one I never got. I should end up getting it. If Eagle Moss, if Fanhome ever do that and release a lot of the XLs, I may end up picking them up actually, just so I've got a bit more of a Enterprise collection and some of the XLs. But yeah, that's the size comparison between them, as you can see. Okay, so we'll leave it there with its predecessor, and we'll just take one little close look at it now. And as you can see, it's really, really nice. Definitely worth picking up. Don't worry, if you're going to be picking up as a single purchase, you will get a new one. So this one's a bit delayed. If you haven't got it already, you will get it, but it will be the new one. I've got the spelling mistake one. But overall, it's really nice. One quick thing as well. The saucer section is die cast. The rest is plastic. I always say this because a lot of people say how much die cast, how heavy it is and stuff like that. So you can definitely tell that the top saucer section here is die cast. And the engineering hull and the warp nacelles are obviously plastic. But it's really, really nice. Look, thank you for watching. Make sure you click like, subscribe and comment. Let us know what you think of the Excelsior. We've been the Nexus, and as always, we'll see you at the next video. But until then, we'll see you later. Catch you at the next one.
Tune into the channel. Nexus is the name. All the hardest content, you'll never be the same. Laughs and thrills, excitement.